Well, Britt, let's start with you. 33rd birthday for the Boomers. Crowd came out in great numbers again, and they saw another competitive performance by the Boomers. Just couldn't get over the line. 11 lead changes today. No team could get away from each other, and it was just a really competitive game against the top team in the competition.
Oh yeah, I mean, we gave a great effort. They played a good game as well, but when you're at the top level, everyone's there to compete every single day. And I thought our girls did a really great job of staying with it, following our game plan, and staying positive. So it was a fun game. It's a fun game to play.
And I think we've noticed with the Boomers, especially over the second half of the season, we're starting to see a real scoring spread. A lot of players getting themselves in. We've seen some adjustments over the last 6 weeks, and certainly some players stepping up and adding a little bit, which is good.
Oh yeah, I think we're moving the ball pretty well, and we're really able to develop the skill of who's open and what we're looking for. And everybody needs to go out there with an aggressive mindset to score. And I think that's sort of given us that confidence of making that extra pass and backing ourselves when we shoot.
Now, dare I say it, but height was a factor, as it has been most games this season, and certainly with Hampson and also Asia Taylor had a great game on the boards as well. They just had a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, they're hard to stop, and they're great players. But I thought that we had our chances. We had good efforts, and we had the ability to win that game. So, we have our advantages, they have their advantages, and it was just came down to the wire.
Guy, it seems like we sit here a fair bit, talk about close competitive losses, but another one today.
Well, I'd echo what Britt said. I was really proud of the girls. I'm really pleased with their continued commitment to win a game and prepare as hard as what we can for games. So it's been exemplary. I'm liking how we're playing. I think that we're the smallest team in the competition, and I just know somewhere in us we've got a hot shooting night. We just really haven't had a hot shooting night too often, and that kind of I'm surprised really that we probably haven't broken out once or twice a little bit more from the perimeter, because I know we've got the ability to do that. But look, I mean, credit to Sydney. We know with their veteran players and WNBL talent and whatever else, they're going to be very hard to deal with down the stretch, and we battled unbelievably well and couldn't quite get there.
Almost stat for stat, the numbers across the board even. They just got to the foul line 10 more times and had 6 more points from that, and really in the end, that's just the only difference in the game. It was that tight.
Yeah, well, look, Asia Taylor was really aggressive in the first half. I think she had 20. She got to the line a lot. Thought she got a lot of calls, and so my message to the team at half-time is, well, we need to meet fire with fire, so we need to be equally as aggressive to go and physically just make plays, because that's how the game's been refereed, and I thought we did a better job in the second half. I think we kept it at 8 or something like that, so we defended a lot better, I thought, second half on her. But yeah, I mean, the size thing being an issue for us, you want it to work at the other end, and we just with our 4s and 5s also, we probably have had, I think, lots of really good looks, and we just haven't knocked a lot of those shots down. Although I got to say, it was pleasing to see Tegan come out and knock down a couple of shots today.
And just some tweaks that you've made over the last 6 weeks. We're seeing the result of that, but also some really good minute spread as well. Some players putting their best foot forward for the future and playing well. And as a team, certainly across the board, a lot more players getting in there and showing us what they've got.
Yeah, well, look, our focus when mathematically playoffs were not a consideration some time back. And our strategy is to find out ways that we can try to prepare and win games, obviously still, but also casting an eye to the future and how we might try to play, and giving our younger players a good opportunity to get out there and get some minutes. And so, again, we suited up and played 11 players tonight with a good minute spread, and we'll continue to do that.
Just a word on the crowd, over 1,600 coming in here again. Certainly the win-loss record, not a bearing on the passion of the fans whatsoever. celebrating 33 years of the Boomers, the longest running elite level women's team of any sport in Australia, and they certainly came out and showed their passion today.
Yeah, isn't it fantastic? So I reckon, I think I said before in another press conference, clubs have cycles, and so we've kind of, on the court, we're in a bit of a down cycle, obviously, but it doesn't stay there forever. And I want our fans to know that our club's working unbelievably hard, and we'll grow again, and we'll get back to the top again. The wheel always turns. So given that that's their support now, when it's been as tough as what it can be, the future is very, very exciting to think how we're going to get supported when we're climbing back towards the top.
And
can I say something?
The fans' perspective, yeah.
I was going to interject in there. There's actually moments I remember in the game where I really felt the crowd was involved in it, involved in what we were doing, and the kind of brand of basketball that we were putting on there, and just encouraging us on the court. I just remember there was a few times I was just like, oh man, the atmosphere in here is great. And I actually remembered that there's 2 or 3 moments. So they just, like you said, like they came up and they showed up today as well, and we really appreciate that.
And are you really noticing that as a player? I mean, it's over a 40% growth on last year's crowd, which was up on the year before. Are you noticing that as a player?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I said something today, because I really felt it in specific moments, or in certain hustle plays or scores that we did. You could actually kind of feel it, hear it, and then even just little people when I'm walking down the court, just talking to you and saying, "Hey, great job!" Just on the court side, stuff that you can really can actually hear it. Yeah, so it's good.
And just a quick one for you, because you've been out for a couple with an ankle after somebody fell on top of it.
Yeah, that was nice.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. We agreed that it was time to get out there and just give it a go and see how we go. And of course, it's going to be a bit sore, but that was normal. But I wasn't thinking about it so much like during the game, and I think that really helped. Our physio team did a great job of trying to get me back safely, and I actually feel all right. I'm sure it's going to be a bit sore and swollen, but I mean that's to be expected.
I'm sure she'll tell me she can't train during
next week.
So my goal is just to play games and miss training. So
Well, you're on the road next week. Last road trip for the season, doubleheader in Adelaide and Perth, and then back home for the 18th past players' night, taking on Bendigo, and no doubt the crowd will be out again for that one. 3 games to go for the season.
Look, we hope they come out, because I mean we had a great crack in Bendigo last weekend, and just went down late like this game here, and it's actually the motivation for us, because 2 of our last 3 games we can actually win the series on, which is in our seasons a little bit of a rare thing. So look, we'll be really motivated to come out and prepare as well as we can, and hopefully get another win or 2 before the end of the season.
Well done today. It wasn't there in the end, a close result against the top team, and no doubt a lot of the crowd goes home happy today at a incredibly great game. It was a lot of fun to watch, and very, very competitive. Hopefully they get to enjoy a win or 2 or 3 over the next couple of weeks. Good luck.
Thanks.